Hi, everybody, it's Weird Wink Wilkinson laughing and scratching at you. How's everybody doing today? I got a little bit of a stiff neck. Let me just fix this up. Oh, that feels a lot better. Well, I got a great show for you today with some wonderful weird stuff. I feel so very weird.
There are some things in this world that go way beyond human understanding. Things that cannot be explained, things that most people don't want to know about. That is where we come in.
No human being would stack books like this.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. I'm all out of bubblegum.
Well, it looks like you're the one who needs to be taught a lesson, pal. Class is paying 101. The instructor's Casey Jones.
Look, I don't want to fight you.
Well, tough rocks, pal.
Do you want some coffee, Mr. Tully?
Do I? Yes, have some.
Yes, have some.
It's a cup of coffee in the big time, yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
Hey, what do you say we both be independent together, huh?
I guess one person can make a difference. Enough said.
We have the tools, we have the talent.
It's Miller time.
Luminous being so we, not this fruit batcher.
Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow, or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey, these aren't my rules. Come to think of it, I don't have any rules.
Well, that's great. Either I have a monster in my kitchen or I'm completely crazy.
I don't think you're crazy.
You know something? Maybe I am insane. Maybe I am insane.
Pizza dude's got 30 seconds.
Rise to the top, oh yeah.
That's the nicest thing a dog can say about anybody.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. Enough, I get the point. You know what you need? You need a Brazilian plastic surgeon.
I've got one that can see.
Sometimes it happens, someone has to deal with it, and who are you gonna call?
It's showtime.
All right, everyone. Welcome to episode 263 of Comic Book Radio. I'm your host, Peter Cimetti. It's an open mic Wednesday, and this is the second one in just as many weeks. The show has returned. If you've been wondering where it's went, well, now you don't have to wonder anymore. It is here. So, Open Mic Wednesday, for those that don't know, you come on here and you promote your comic-related project for 5 minutes. Now, how do you do that? Well, there's a link pinned to the top of the chat. All you got to do is click on that, and you can join the show. Now, I really suggest that you have a camera, microphone, and headphones. You need to have a microphone. If we can't hear you, it's no good. But camera and headphones, it's optional, but strongly recommended. So if you have a comic-related project, please come on the show, promote it. Like I said, you get 5 minutes to do so. Make sure if you've got a screen to share or anything like that, make sure that that's ready to go. It's very easy to do that if you haven't done that before on StreamYard, which is a service that I use. You basically click on a button that says present, and it's pretty self-explanatory after that. You obviously have to have the window up, the screen up, if you want to share it. So make sure to have that up. And then after that, the 5 minutes yours. So before we get started, I want to say hello to those of you in the chat. We got What Geeks Do. What's up, What Geeks Do? Good to see ya. We got Randy Scribner here. How's it going, Randy? Jeremy Deals here too. What's up, Jeremy? We got Shrek here. How's it going, Shrek? Katie did in the house. What's up, Katie? What Geeks Do says, let's hope the audio and video works better this week. Yeah, we had some interesting situations last week. The thing with this show, too, though, is that it's entirely dependent upon who joins it. So if we don't have anyone joining it, we can have a very short show. That would kind of be a bummer. But it's happened. I think the shortest one we've ever had was maybe 20, 25 minutes, something like that. And this was probably a few years back. But it's entirely dependent upon the guests that we get. So if anybody out there knows of the show, if you're watching right now, if you want to come in and promote, again, make sure to do so and be ready to you're not pitching or selling to me. You're pitching, promoting, sharing, and maybe selling your work to the chat and to those who watch the show later on. So keep in mind, it's not a pitch show to me. Although maybe if it's a good enough pitch and I'm interested in what you're pitching, maybe I'll become a backer too. But don't think that you're just supposed to be promoting only to me or pitching just to me. I want to make that clear. All right. And again, you just click on the link right there at the top of the chat. It says click here to join the show and promote your comic book related project for 5 minutes. Easy peasy. Shrek says, I came down with a serious cold. I won't be promoting. Well, I hope you feel better, Shrek. That sounds serious. Phantasmagorical. What's up, Phantasmagorical? Good to see you. All right. So let's get things going here. I'm going to make sure I got everything set on my end. We got a couple people waiting in the green room, which is good. So we have a bunch of people here to promote their comic, and maybe there'll be more during the course of the show. All right. Let's bring in one of them here. Okay, let me wind the timer up for 5 minutes. And we do use a timer on the show, Timey Tim, as he was so named by the chat many years ago at this point. Many years ago. Give 5 minutes and your full attention to Mr. David Lucarelli.
Hey,
long
Pete.
time no see.
I know, right? Well, I'm back.
All right. Let me see. I can guess at what you have for us tonight. What do you got for us?
I got Dr. Zomba's Ghostly Tales, a modern horror anthology in the classic tradition of EC Comics and the Twilight Zone. 3 stories from the past, the present, and the uncertain future, written by yours truly, illustrated by Kyle Roberts, Tinseltown's Henry Ponciano, Anna Visacek, and Brandon Perlow. It's a double-sized floppy, full color, live on Kickstarter as we speak. We're about 88% funded, and just excited to share it with the world, really.
Fantastic. Do you have a link? Or can you share your screen? Then you can kind of
see what happens if I hit present.
Yeah, hit present and then share your screen, and then you can control. I always like it when the guest can control going through, and then this way they know exactly what they want to talk about, as opposed to me kind of clumsily wasting their 5 minutes.
Okay. Well, yeah, so this is the Kickstarter. As you can see, we're about 88% funded with 95 backers. We're going for $4,000 here. I'm going to use my 5 minutes. I'm going to show this video because I think it really sells what the Kickstarter is all about.
Okay, sure.
Abacab Studios presents from David Lucarelli, the creator of Tinseltown and the Children's Vampire Hunting Brigade. A classic horror anthology with a modern edge. Dr. Zomba's Ghostly Tales.
Join me, Dr. Zomba, your Ghost Master host. The lovely Cyrena. Our trusty, if disgusting, companion, Igor. And Count Dracula himself, for terrifying tales from the past, the present, and an uncertain future.
In the tradition of EC Comics and the Twilight Zone,
Remember, kiddies, everyone who buys this comic will die.
So that's the trailer.
All right.
And then we got this Infinity cover here by Kyle Roberts. This is my first foray into multiple covers. That's Dr. Zomba.
How many covers are on the campaign?
Four covers.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's in real life. That is actor David M. Beach. He played Dr. Zomba in my Spook Show revival, Dr. Zomba's Ghost Show. There's some art from the first story by Anna from the story Ghosted. His trusty companion Cyrena. Here's Henry Ponciano's story. It's called The Sin Eater. And then Brandon Perlow. Oh, is that my 5 minutes?
Just about. You can wrap up and finish where you were going, though.
All right. Well, real quick, here's a look at the alternate covers. That's the risque one, that's the photo one, and that is the not safe for work one. So you do get a free ghost inside, but free also warning, everybody who buys the comic will die.
That's a hell of a pitch. How do you get repeat customers, David?
There's no issue, too.
I guess that about does it. You don't have to worry about follow-ups.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, it's on Kickstarter. If we've got any mods in the chat that can put the link in, that'd be fantastic. If not, David, could you put the link in the private chat for me, and then I'll put it into the regular chat?
I would be happy to do that.
Okay, fantastic. All right. Thanks so much, David. Good to see you again, and best of luck with the project.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Take it easy. All right. Very nice. Yeah, David was on the show yesterday. If you guys missed it, we talked about horror anthologies, of course, going through his own horror anthology, Dr. Zomba's Ghostly Tales. Let's see. What Geeks Do says looks really great. Chris says, okay, then I guess I can die if I read it. I hope everyone has a nice long life before ultimately passing. Let's see. Kevin says, hail Pete, hail chat. Love the hat sketches. Oh, that was someone that commissioned for me to draw on the brim of their hat. We had one more hat left. One of these. No, not one of these with the blue, but one of these with the black. And I said, I never done that before, but it sounds like it'd be fun. It was a little nerve-wracking, though. I had to do like a practice sketch to make sure I could draw with Sharpie accurately enough that I don't... Because it's not very forgiving. There's no erasing. There's no pencil mark underneath, You just got to go with it. I was like, all right, I think I got a sketch down enough that I want to do that I can feel comfortable with committing that to fabric. Because there's no going back. Once it's on there, you just got to lean into the happy mistake if you make one. And it came out pretty good. I'm happy with it. So people seem to like it too. Maybe I'll do more in the future. Spicer says, oh, you gifted 5 comic book radio memberships. Thank you so much, Spicer. Appreciate that, man. So for those that did receive a membership to the channel just now, courtesy of Spicer McLeroy, enjoy your membership and your stay at the Comic Book Lounge. All right. So here is the link to Dave's Dr. Zomba Ghostly Tales. Let's see. Chris says, right, I gotta be alive for King Cryptid number 100. You and me both, brother. You and me both. Yeah, and then once we get to 100, hopefully we can get to 101 and beyond. Jeremy says, David came prepared. Yeah, he did. He's a veteran at this stuff. At least he should be anyway. But yeah, you guys can go check out that Kickstarter right there. There's the link. And the next guest is coming up. So let me give me a wind up here. 5 minutes for them. All right, again, give them your undivided attention, please. We've got Bionic Bra. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, Pete?
Hey, how's it going?
Doing well, man. Yeah, I do. I think you should keep doing the art on the hats, man. I think you got something there.
Thanks. You know, I mean, the only way to get better at anything is to keep at it, right? That was nerve-wracking, though, let me tell you. Committing a Sharpie to the brim of the last hat. I don't have any others, so there's no, all right, fudge this one, you know, let me get another one out. That was it. And it came out good at least.
Bill, man.
Yeah, it looked cool. Some people said it looked like, and it reminded me of this too. It looked like a 16-bit, like Sega Genesis art, like if King Cryptid had a video game. You know, it was kind of funny. But let me not waste your time with that. Let me wind the clock back a little bit. What do you got for us tonight?
Today I have for you something that I've been working on for a while now. It is called Brother Kit. And this time around, this is about 30 years ahead of my Cobalt series, you know, that I promoted here a couple years back. And this time around, we're still in Atlanta, Georgia, but Brother Kit is about this young high schooler named Devin, and he is a prospect of a team, so he can hopefully become a member of this organization called the Warren. And as he progresses through these tasks, he starts to wonder if he's really becoming a member or if he's just going to be a scapegoat for them later on. So it's really weighing on him whether he can trust the people that he's working with or not. But this, I think, is going to be really cool because we're doing it as kind of like a street level Super Sentai Power Ranger-esque type deal with the outfits and everything. And you'll understand what I'm talking about when I roll the video.
Okay. Oh, and I meant to ask. There you go. Okay, you know how to do that. All right, to make it full screen. I meant to ask David to do that, but didn't want to interrupt him or the video. Okay.
So yeah, this is Brother Kit, Prospect, and we have two covers for this one. The main cover is from Elliot Rodriguez, and it's going to be the three main members of this team. So it's going to be Brother Kit, who is the Purple Rabbit, Brother Atlas, who is the bear, and Sister V, who is of course the fox. And we have a couple pieces of art I can show off here. We already have 25 pages of art completed right now for the 60 pages that we're working on.
Wow.
And so, yeah, we're not fooling around here. We're trying to get it out to people in a timely manner. We know how much people hate those late books, so we're trying to afford it to get it to them quicker. But yeah, this is street level Power Ranger-esque type characters, because you can see how colorful they are and everything, what their get-ups look like with the helmets and the padding and stuff like that. So this is very much an all ages book, but there's a little bit in there for everybody. So it's not just for, one, age group. So it, of course, has to deal with a lot of deceit, a lot of questioning who's who can you really trust, what's really going on behind the scenes. But the task that they're sent on this time around is they have to collect these little doohickeys for Brother Service, who runs this branch of the Warren. And so, yeah, a lot going on with this one. I'm very happy with what we're coming up with so far.
And when are you launching?
We'll be launching around June, because June is my birthday month, so I thought it'd be a good little birthday gift to myself to get this thing rolling.
All right, very nice. So
Yeah,
you're getting things going with the sign up. So let me see here. Do you have the link somewhere? Or is it in the private chat? I see it.
Private chat, yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm put this here in the regular chat. So if you guys want to sign up, there's the link right there. It's on Indiegogo. It's going to be launching in June. It's called Brother Kit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was reading that, and I think you had mentioned it too, that it's like an adaptation of Brer Rabbit.
Yeah, so I actually really enjoy the Brer Rabbit tales, man. It's basically where Bugs Bunny got all of his antics from, you know? So all those classic stories of like the Tortoise and the Hare, or Brer Rabbit and the Tar Baby, which is the first story that we're tackling with this one. So yes, we are adapting the Brer Rabbit stories into a new, fun, updated version for everybody to enjoy.
That's interesting. I don't know if I didn't know that you were adapting it. I don't know if I could tell that from what you were showing and how you were presenting it. That's interesting.
Oh yeah, it's a full flip. It's kind of like when Oh Brother, Where Art Thou kind of redid Odysseus, you know, the Odyssey.
Yeah.
So we're kind of taking it in that range where the ideas and the story beats are there, but we're giving them a little flip to where, unless you're actually looking for it, you're not really seeing it. So it's going to be really cool, man.
Gotcha. All right. Well, everybody, you guys, again, the link is in the chat. You guys can go sign up, get notified when he launches in June. And is there any kind of incentive for when people sign up and they back, anything like that?
When you sign up early and you back a physical tier, you know, a little note there, you're going to get this Brother Kit 6 a.m. magnet for your fridge or wherever you want to put it.
All right.
So,
very nice.
Yeah.
And it's got to be a physical tier. That's the thing, right? Because if they back a digital perk, there's no shipping involved.
Right.
And sometimes, most of the time, I don't know about you, but for me, a lot of the digital backers are international. They're outside the U.S.
Most definitely.
So
And,
the last thing you want to do is spend like $25 to ship a magnet or something out.
No doubt. But I will do it if they back on the physical level. Yeah, I leave digitals out for those that are across the seas and don't want to pay that ungodly shipping rate. But, you know, the way this is going to work is it's going to be media mail, so it's not going to be too high a price. You're not going to see that 10 plus shipping shit. $5 bare minimum. We're going to get it out to you at a low cost.
Wow, very nice. All right. Well, thank you so much for stopping by, and best of luck with the campaign.
Appreciate it, man.
All right. Take it easy. Have a good night.
You do the same, Pete.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Man, I really wish StreamYard would stop with the default back to this. I've been saying that since they changed it. It may be about a month or so now. Could probably do a montage of me complaining about that at this point. StreamYard. Anyone else find that, just a little tangent, because we don't have any green room guests right now. If anybody does want to join, though, please, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. But anybody find that, like, technology, there's so many updates and so many different things that go down that half the time it feels like this was so unnecessary, and if anything, it doesn't feel like an update, it feels like a step back. Anyone out there within these tech fields can explain this to me? Come on the show, explain this to me. Even today my computer had an update. I turned it on, 40 minutes of updates. It updated last week. What are you updating for, computer, for 40 minutes? What are you doing? What's going on in there? I don't notice anything different. Half the time it's worse. Oh boy. All right. Well, there was my 5 minutes of complaining about technology updates. Okay. Let's see. Hi-Con. What's up, Hi-Con? Hope you're doing good. Let's see. What Geeks Who says the updates mess up my phone all the time. Oh, tell me about that. Holy smokes. That's enough said. VNet says mine took 3 minutes to update today. You're lucky. Mine was a 40-minute update. Like, what the heck was going on? I did all kinds of work in the meanwhile. But I'm coming in and checking on it, and I'm like, you're still updating. 20 minutes went by. It's like 3% updated. I was like, 3% up? It's been 20 minutes. It's been 20 minutes. What are you doing? Icon says just security stuff for the internet. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I bet. That's what they tell us. I don't buy it. All right. If you want to join the chat, you got the link right here. If you got a comic book related project, come on the show. Join here. Stop me from talking about things that make no sense and don't matter. We got 5 minutes for you if you do decide to join. Again, it's got to be a comic book related project, so it could be your comic book, your campaign for your comic book, the comic that is coming out soon, the comic that is already done, the comic you did years ago, the website you use to promote your comic, the YouTube channel you use to promote your comic. Maybe you are looking for work within the comic industry and you would like to be hired. You know, you could come on here and show a portfolio of sorts. There's all kinds of different things you could do. You don't necessarily have to have a crowdfunding project. It's just got to be a comic book related venture or whatever it is that you'd like to talk about for 5 minutes and promote yourself. So right there, click here to join the show and promote your comic book related project for 5 minutes. There's the StreamYard link. Easy enough. All right, let's see. Hi-Con says, how often do you do graphic card drivers updates? Oh, I don't know, brother. Whenever it says to do it. Chris says they're in the computer. Oh, they are. They are. What Geeks Do says, Pete, your phone supposedly takes a picture of you every 5 seconds. I'll say hi next time. Just a little wave like I do at the grocery store checkout or when you enter a various store, you see it's like, we're filming you. I'm like, hello. Hello. Bionic Bruh says, where is everyone I tagged to the tweet? Come on, people, jump in. I guess everyone doesn't need to promote their stuff. I find that there's a lot of tweet traction for the open mic shows, and I've always found this. There's always a lot of tweet traction for them, but not too many people that end up coming in and promoting. So along the way, that's one of the reasons too why I had eventually stopped doing the open mic show. So we'll do it old school. I wind up Timey for 5 minutes, even though if I had wound him up 5 minutes ago, I think it would have been ringing by now. So if he rings in the next 5 minutes, or at the end of the next 5 minutes, then we'll stop the show and say good night and goodbye. And then I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow night I have Michael Bancroft on the show. So it should be a fun hour or so with Michael, catching up with him. I haven't had a chance to talk to him in about a year or so. I wonder how he's doing. I know he's had a lot going on. I know he's had a project he's fulfilled. I think he's got something else in the works now. He's always busy with something. And it's always good catching up with him. So he'll be on the show tomorrow night at 9. Let's see here. What Geeks Do says, Pete, just talk conspiracies for a few. I thought I was. There's a conspiracy to stop me from getting my work done when updates take hold of my computer for 40 minutes randomly on a Wednesday afternoon. Bionic says, go Ben. Pete, order Ben to jump in. Come on, Ben, jump in. You got all kinds of stuff to promote. See, this is what drives me a little crazy. Comic book people always have something comic book related to promote. Again, whether it's a comic they already made, a comic that is for sale right now, a comic that they're going to be doing for the future, a comic that maybe they would like to work on, so they want to advertise their services, a YouTube channel, social media platform maybe that they use to promote said comic art, comic work, etc. They can always promote their comic stuff in some way, shape, or form. It doesn't have to be promoting for the next project. Even as a publisher, it was always really difficult to tell people who had a book that came out like a month ago, you should still talk about this book. You should probably still talk about this book for a couple of years, if anything. Ideally, maybe talk about this book till it's even sold out, unless, of course, you have so much coming out, so many books coming out, so much that you're working on, that you don't necessarily need to have talked about the book that came out a year ago or 6 months ago. But most independent comic creators tend to do 1 or 2 books a year, something along those lines. Like, especially at this point when I'm talking about promotion, I'm talking about, putting out a graphic novel or something like that. And it would drive me crazy. They'd say, everyone that could have wanted the book already has it. So it doesn't make sense to keep talking about it. It's like, oh boy. Okay. So you sold your book to 200 people, let's say. And in the entirety all of human existence, that what's to come, no one at all could possibly be interested in your book. That's it. You maxed out 200 people. They had their chance, the rest of the world. If they didn't know about it then, they're never going to know about it. And it's like, well, yeah, I guess in a way you're right, because you kind of bring that upon yourself. If you don't tell people about what you're working on, if you don't tell people about what you did work on, if you don't let them know about the thing that came out, they might have missed, if you don't put that in kind of like your promotional rotation, they'll never know about it. So it always helps, especially if you don't have a whole lot happening right now, or maybe, there he goes, we're going to have to end the show, or maybe in the days to come, in the immediate future, it never hurts to promote and talk about the work that you did. So either way, that'll be it. All right, so that's all for tonight. Hey, Michael Bancroft, good to see you. I'm going to be talking to Michael tomorrow on the show at 9 o'clock Eastern, and hopefully next week on Comic Book Radio's Open Mic Wednesday, hopefully it's not the last one. Because it is not a good trajectory so far for this show. It's always great talking to you guys, but I could always then use the Wednesday slot for another guest, featured guest interview kind of a thing. I got a bunch of guests lined up into June, so I could bump up some people to this spot if I find that maybe this is a show that people don't really find any use for anymore. And anyone that wants to use kind of like an open mic slot can always come on a Friday show when I do an open lines for the chat, and you can pop in and talk about whatever, talk to me about whatever, promote your book. So maybe we might do that. We'll have to see. But hopefully we get more people next week, because I do like helping out others to get their stuff out there, which is entirely the reason that I had started Alterna and wanted to become a publisher to begin with, was to help others get their work out there. But anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll wrap up early tonight. It's 33 minutes or so, almost 34. Not too bad. And I'll just have to say that King Cryptid number 10 to 13, all the advertising spots are sold out. We are 20 backers away from 400. Very, very close to 400. Just 20 away. We'll probably reach that point sometime this week, maybe this week to next week. So thank you guys so much if you backed that campaign. If you haven't had a chance yet to back King Cryptid 10 to 13, please go do so. It's on Indiegogo. You can go to kingcryptid.com, pick it up there, or you can go to alternacomics.com/kingcryptid and get it there. 5 to 9 is 99% fulfilled at this point. Only a couple international backers have to get their stuff, and then I'm getting collector boxes very soon. In just a couple of days, it has shipped from the production company. I should have them probably Monday, which will be great, because then I can start shipping those out. So thank you guys so much if you backed 5 to 9, if you backed 1 to 4, if you backed 10 to 13, if you backed 1 to 13 at this point. Thank you guys so much. You helped make this series possible. You helped me actually get this made. Thank you guys. So if you haven't had a chance to back yet, please go do so. Also, if you like this show, if you like the other shows I do on this channel, if you want to see me do more, please consider giving a thumbs up and a subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed. If you are subscribed already, thank you very much. And if you're not subscribed, please consider it. All right, guys, thank you very much. I will see you tomorrow, 9 o'clock Eastern, with Michael Bancroft. Until then, everyone, take it easy, have a wonderful night, and an even better tomorrow. All the best.